Every great rivalry begins long before the first whistle, but sometimes the biggest battle is not against the opponent standing across the field. Sometimes, it is against time, fitness, and the question of whether a champion is truly ready to return. That is exactly where the Springboks find themselves as they prepare for one of the biggest moments of their season. The road to the legendary rugby rivalry against the All Blacks does not begin in South Africa. Instead, it starts in Buenos Aires, where Argentina and Los Pumas stand between the world champions and their ultimate test. While fans are already dreaming about the clash with New Zealand, former Springboks head coach Nick Mallett believes everyone should first focus on what he calls a massive game against Argentina. His warning is simple but powerful. This match could decide whether South Africa enters the greatest rivalry in rugby fully prepared or carrying dangerous unanswered questions. At the heart of those questions stands one of rugby's greatest warriors, Eben Etzebeth. Few players have earned as much respect as Etzebeth. His leadership, physical dominance, and fearless style have made him one of the most influential figures in world rugby. But even legends face difficult moments. Since last November, injuries, suspension, and setbacks have kept him away from regular action. Fans have waited patiently to see their giant lock return, but one appearance after such a long absence raises an unavoidable question. Can one game truly prepare a player for the incredible intensity of facing the All Blacks? That is the challenge Nick Mallett believes cannot be ignored. The excitement around the squad selected by head coach Rassie Erasmus is impossible to miss. The experienced coach has announced a talented 44-man squad packed with world-class players, rising stars, and proven champions. On paper, it is one of the strongest squads South Africa has assembled in recent years. Yet rugby has always been about far more than names on a team sheet. Fitness, rhythm, confidence, and match sharpness often separate victory from defeat. Rassie Erasmus understands that reality better than almost anyone. That is why the trip to Argentina is far more than another international fixture. It is the final chance to test players returning from injury before the biggest challenge arrives. The list of returning stars is impressive. Handre Pollard, Ethan Hooker, Kanan Moody, and Andre Esterhuizen all suffered injuries after limited appearances earlier in the season but have fought their way back into contention. Alongside them are experienced names including Eben Etzebeth, Lood de Jager, Franco Mostert, Siya Kolisi, Sasha Feinberg-Ngamezulu, and Morn van den Berg. Every one of these players brings quality, experience, and determination. Yet returning from injury is never simply about being medically fit. Rugby at the highest level demands complete physical readiness and total confidence under relentless pressure. That is exactly why this match matters so much. Nick Mallett believes South Africa has incredible depth, perhaps stronger than ever before. The ability to replace world-class players with equally talented teammates has become one of the greatest strengths of the modern Springboks. Competition inside the squad pushes everyone to higher standards, and it gives Rassie Erasmus difficult but welcome selection decisions. However, even outstanding depth cannot instantly replace match fitness. A player who has not experienced the speed and intensity of elite international rugby for months may need valuable game time before reaching peak performance. That concern becomes even more important when the next opponent is the All Blacks, a team famous for punishing every weakness and every slow reaction. According to Mallett, Etzebeth perfectly represents this situation. His quality is unquestioned, but after such a long period away from regular competition, nobody outside the coaching staff truly knows if one game against Argentina will be enough. The former coach admits that only Rassie Erasmus can answer that question because he sees the players every day in training, understands their fitness data, and knows how they respond to the demanding workload inside camp. Behind every selection decision lies countless hours of preparation that fans never see. Training sessions become battles of their own. Recovery programs are carefully managed. Every sprint, tackle, and fitness test helps coaches build a complete picture before making final decisions. Rassie Erasmus recently shared an important lesson from his own experiences with previous Springboks teams. He explained that he has coached squads that looked outstanding on paper but struggled because players were unable to complete full training weeks. They were healthy enough to play on Saturday but still recovering from the previous match, making it impossible to train at maximum intensity during the week. According to Erasmus, this creates a dangerous cycle that if players cannot handle demanding training sessions, they may also struggle to perform at their highest level during crucial test matches. It is a reminder that elite rugby is not won only during the 80 minutes on match day. Victories are built through consistent preparation long before kickoff. That philosophy makes the clash with Argentina even more significant. It is not simply about winning another international game. It is about proving that returning stars can handle the physical demands expected of them before facing rugby's most famous rivals. Every tackle completed, every scrum won, every sprint chased, and every minute played becomes valuable evidence for the coaching staff. Fans watching the game may see a scoreline, but Rassie Erasmus will be watching something much deeper. He will be studying body language, movement, decision-making, endurance, recovery, and confidence under pressure. For experienced leaders like Siya Kolisi, the opportunity is equally important. Leadership often means returning stronger after setbacks and inspiring teammates through actions rather than words. The same applies to players like Handre Pollard, whose calm control can completely change the rhythm of a test match, and to versatile talents such as Sasha Feinberg-Ngamezulu, whose creativity offers exciting attacking options. Every returning player carries a personal story of resilience, determination, and hard work that has led them back into the national squad. Yet the greatest reward is still waiting. If they perform well against Argentina, they move one step closer to representing South Africa in one of rugby's greatest rivalries. If they struggle, difficult conversations and tough selection choices may follow. That pressure is what makes international rugby so compelling. Every opportunity must be earned, and every performance has consequences. As anticipation builds around the upcoming series with the All Blacks, it is easy for supporters to look beyond the challenge immediately ahead. But history has shown that successful teams never underestimate the next opponent. Los Pumas have built a reputation for passion, physicality, and resilience. Playing in Buenos Aires is never straightforward, and South Africa knows it must deliver a complete performance. For many players, this is not simply another test match. It is an audition for one of the biggest stages in world rugby. By the final whistle, the scoreboard will tell only part of the story. The bigger answers will belong to Rassie Erasmus and his coaching staff as they evaluate whether their returning stars are truly ready for the battles ahead. Nick Mallett's message is clear. The road to conquering the All Blacks begins with conquering the doubts surrounding fitness, preparation, and readiness. For Eben Etzebeth and several other returning Springboks, this is more than just a game against Argentina. It is the opportunity to prove that they are ready once again to wear the green and gold with pride, to lead their nation into rugby's greatest rivalry, and to remind the world why the Springboks remain one of the most respected teams in international rugby. When the whistle blows in Buenos Aires, the journey toward another unforgettable chapter in rugby history truly begins.